And getting ready at the starting blocks, Nova, Virginia at block number 3, Yara Sibilina. Nation's Capital at lane number 4 with Grace Settler. Rockville, Montgomery at block number 5, Caroline McConnell. And we need timers to report behind the blocks. Looks like we've got a small set of our timers. We need to have all our timers check place. And the timers are there, swimmers are there, referees and officials are there. Everything is ready. Are you ready? It's race time. Ladies, 10 and under, 500 freestyle, heat 1.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to the world's greatest age group swim meet. That's where we are in the big house in Orlando, Florida. Joining the first heat in progress, we've got 3 young ladies in the 10 and under 500-yard freestyle. You see them on your screen already in lane number 5 with the lead That's Caroline McConnell from Rockville Montgomery Swim Club. She is turning at the 200. I'm sorry, is that her 150? Yeah, that's her 150. She's done 6 lengths so far. Down at the far end of the pool, you'll be able to see the counters counting all the way up to 20 for these young girls as they make their way through the longest event on the 10 and under program. In lane number 4, representing Nation's capital, and that is Grace Zettler. Grace is 10 years old, just like Caroline, and as a 9-year-old, Yara Cybulina from Nova of Virginia is in lane number 3 in the red cap, closest to your screen. So you got Caroline leading the race. She is coming up to her number 9 turn, so she's almost halfway through it. 20 lengths of the pool equals 500 yards of freestyle. The record in this event was set in 2016. Bridget Yee of Long Island Aquatic Club went 5:32.08, and no one's gone faster since. But you know what? We've still got a couple more heats after this one, so you never know what can happen at the world's greatest age group swim meet. So Caroline is now halfway through her halfway mark, 2:56.13. I'm sure getting under 6 minutes would be a huge accomplishment. Her entry time, the best time she's ever accomplished before participating today, 6 minutes 14 and 37. So anything close to 6 minutes would be awesome. Let's see, she went 36.4 on her last 50, 37 flat. At that rate, she's 3:33 now, so if she turns in a couple more 1:14s, that's 28. She'll be right at 6:01. So if she maintains, she's going to be hovering right around that magic number. Kids love to see it when they go under a minute mark. You know, under a minute and 100 free, under 5 minutes in a 500. For 10 and unders, under 6 minutes in the 500 free. When you see that 5 light up and touch the board and go, yes, I'm no longer 6-something, now I'm 5-something. And that lasts for a couple years till they're 13, 14, and want to get under 5 minutes. 37.6, so she's going to be hard-pressed unless she starts bringing them the other way. Meanwhile, the race for second place in the heat, heating up a little bit. Grace Zettler just turned in a 39.0, but Yara Cybulina, she turned in a 38.2. So on that last 50, she made up 0.8 of a second. Pretty exciting when you're the catcher and not the catchee. I know from being in both positions, it's a lot more fun when you're running somebody down than when you're getting tired and thinking, oh, I got to keep looking back. Are they getting closer? Oh, no, here they come. 37.0 for Caroline on that 50. Maintains a nice pace. There's a 38.4 and a 38.5, so they basically stayed in the same position, Grace and Yara. With 4 lengths to go, if Yara's going to get her, she better start getting now. Here's the bell. You'll hear it, you'll see it. The leader gets the bell. And that leader is Caroline McConnell, Rockville, Montgomery. She threw down a 36 there. I'd say it's looking very good for breaking 6 minutes now. That 36.4 puts things back in perspective. She just needs a 35 and touch into her hand. The other 2 girls, Grace goes 37.6 and Yara 38.5. So looking like Grace is going to hang on for second. But here, look at way under 6 minutes. 5:57.38 for Caroline McConnell. What a nice drop for her. Coach says, wow, look how fast your last 50 was 33.0. Maybe we should use some of that energy in the middle. It's a little different, though. Grace Zettler, 6:13.0. And Yara turns in a 6:17.2. Congratulations, girls. Heat number 2. As I said, we have 3 heats today. In the second heat, we have 6 swimmers. Kate Ahrensberger, Nova of Virginia, is in lane 2, closest to your bottom of your screen. Mia Reis-Hickov, Long Island Aquatic Club. Abby Menier, Arlington Aquatic Club. Joy Liang, Rockville, Montgomery. Caitlin Morai, SSAC. And Audrey Simons, Long Island Aquatic Club, over in lane 7. Abby Menier, Arlington Aquatic Club, in lane number 4, comes in with the fastest time of these 6 girls. But right down here at the bottom, swimming in the red cap for Nova, that's Kate Ahrensberger. Kate Ahrensberger. Kate with a C. Kate is on that last 50, her second 50 of the race, 34.9. That's kind of where they settle into their pace. The rest of the girls are 36, and so Kate's setting it out a little bit faster. I know Abby comes from some good stock. I talked to her mom yesterday, who used to swim for the great Bob Matson, as I did, in Wilmington, Delaware. Wilmington Aquatic Club Sea Tigers. We were proud of all that and wishing Coach Bob a speedy recovery and that he gets out of the hospital soon. He's hanging in there at age 92. Inspiration to us all. 36.3 is what Abby just went for Arlington in lane 4 as the fastest 50 of that last go-round. So she's kind of building into it. Some Sea Tiger pride maybe, negative split type swim. Kate's still in the lead. Kate went 38.0 on that one in her 200, 221.87. Again, your fastest 50 out of lane 4, that's Abby Menier, 222.81. Abby doing a nice job. Arlington certainly well coached. They've been at our meets last week and this week and always show up. They show up indeed. And it looks like, yep, Abby just took over the lead. 2:59.26. She turned in a 36.4, but right next to her from Rockville, Montgomery, Joy Liang turned in a 36.1. So this will be the 300-yard mark, and the girls are pretty close. It's a nice race. Abby still with a slight lead over Joy. And Caitlin and Audrey are going with her. Caitlin Morai and Audrey Simons on the outside at the top of your screen. They're in lane 6 and 7. Nobody in 8 in this heat, so 7's the last lane up there. Now all these girls were entered between 6:05 and 6:10. We saw Caroline McConnell in the last heat get under the 6-minute mark, and she's currently the fastest swimmer with 1 heat to go. This heat pending. Abby turns in a 36.81. She can sense those girls trying to catch her. Joy's a 37.11. Caitlin 37.4 and Audrey 37.2. And there's 5 lengths left. You can see the number 15 there. They'll put in all the odd numbers up to 19. But instead of putting the number 19 in, you'll see red cards. Because the red card is what gives them, like a bull, let's go, all out. See red, let's go. And they're all happy to see the red, believe me. 36.7 for Abby. 36.8 for Caitlin over there in lane 6. 37.5 for Joy, so she's fallen back a little bit on that 50. And with 3 lengths left, Abby's hanging in there. Joy's making a little run. Caitlin's the one over there in lane 6, the white cap, that's really pushing Joy to get back in it. And Abby in the dark cap closest to us. They're all getting the bells. Abby was 36.9, 35.9 for Joy, 36.1 for Caitlin. So Joy did get back into it, but now Abby sensing that urgency of the last 50, now the last 25. You see the red cards, and they are going. They are going to be close to that 6 minutes, but not quite get under it. So Caroline's going to remain our leader. Abby touches first, 6:01.53 with a 35.1 on the end. 6:02.50 for Caitlin. Joy's the 6:03.02. We'll get all the times up for you. We have 1 heat remaining, 1 heat left to determine who is going to go home with the gold medal, and will anybody chase after Bridget Yee. Reminder that Bridget's record is 5:32.08, set in 2016. All right, setting the field, lane 1, Keely Franks from Nation's Capital. Her teammate in 2 is Olive Dunn. From our esteemed team down in Boca Raton, Florida, St. Andrews Aquatics, Wendy LaPietra is in lane number 3. Your top seed going in from Nova of Virginia is Charlotte Brunning. She's in 4. Leah O'Connell is in the familiar Long Island Aquatic Club cap in lane 5, and next to her in 6, her teammate Lillian Karate. Mimi Hayes is in 7, SSAC out of Connecticut, and Giselle Quatch, Rockville, Montgomery, is in lane 8. So in the center of the field, the 2 fastest seeded girls, Charlotte and Leah, getting after it, with Wendy holding down the 3rd position closest to your screen. The times coming into the meet: Charlotte from Nova in the red cap with the lead has been 5:35.50. Leah in lane 5 next to her from Long Island has been a 5:37.3. Remember, our record's 5:32, and Wendy's best time down here 5:43. So you've got a good group of youngsters here getting after it, giving their very best for their teams to get some team points, for themselves to get after some growth and recognition through challenges. 10 and under kids doing a 500 demands growth. It's a challenge for sure. So Charlotte's holding 33.6, and Leah 34.0, Wendy's 35.0, and Charlotte now 33.4, beginning to pull away. 34.5 for Leah, 34.3 for Wendy. But at the 200, Charlotte is 209.95. That's pretty good 200 for any 10 and under girl. She's still got 300 yards to swim. Turn at the halfway mark, 2:42. You see it up there. She's got almost a 4-second lead over Leah. 32.8, 34.4, 34.8. So your top 3 girls in that order on that 50. And it seems like Leah noticed Wendy trying to inch a little closer, and she said, I better get going. I'm not sure if I got enough to catch Charlotte Brunning, but I want to hold on to my silver at least. 33.89 for Charlotte at the 300 mark. You see her time, 3:16. She has a comfortable 4.5-second lead over Leah O'Connell. He's got a couple seconds ahead of Wendy LaPietra. We're very, very excited to bring you this Take It Live production and be able to offer you some audio content to go with the finals for these 10 and unders on day 2 of the world's greatest age group swim meet. Here offered by the NCSA, National Club Swimming Association, at the Big House, the Rosen Aquatic and Fitness Center on International Drive in Orlando, Florida. What a great place to be this week. Absolutely gorgeous weather. Watching kids like Charlotte Brunning split a 34-2 and just crank out. Now Leah made a little move at her, picked up 4/10 on that last 50 with a 33.8. Leah goes 33.5 on that 50. Actually made up another second. Long Island Aquatic Club as a team finished these distance races very well. They are coached so that the back half, they are always increasing speed. Mentally, it's the best way any distance swimmer could go. So the only problem for Leah is, did she wait too long? Because this is the bell lap. Charlotte turns with a 33.6. Leah goes 33.2, so she makes up 4/10 of a second, but she's 2.2 seconds back. That's going to be difficult. You know, Charlotte Brunning is swimming with the Nova of Virginia swim team, an extremely well-coached, disciplined group themselves. But both these young girls are going to be getting after it. Remember, Bridget Yee's record, 5:32.0. But not anymore, 5:31.80 for Charlotte Brunning, a new age group record. She snuck under it by 0.2 of a second and is thankful that Leah O'Connell was giving her a great push there at the end. 5:34 for Leah, 5:41.
The fourth fastest time
of improvement. All the girls coming.
5:57.10 is the fifth fastest time. And then after that, there's Caroline McConnell, 5:57.38. Gentlemen, 10 under 500 freestyle.
Surprise to me. Set in 2019, didn't realize it still held, but William Demokus Murphy from our very own St. Andrews Aquatics went a 5:35.86. And that's 4 years ago now. Wow. And the boys in 3 heats will be chasing that. Heat number 1 is in the water. Lane 3 is Charlie Lohan, SSAC. YMCA of the Chippewa Valley up there in Wisconsin gives us Kaleem Clark. He's in the middle of this threesome, lane 4. And Ethan Lamberti, the 9-year-old. These are all 9-year-old boys. Ethan is from Illinois, specifically the Elgin Cyclones swim team. So these 3 guys are all out in 33, 33, 34. And they're going to be doing 18, now 17 more lengths of this pool. 500 yards of freestyle, 20 lengths of the pool. Caleb Clark in the center, lane 4. His 100 time was 110.6. His second 50 was 37.1, fastest of this group. Charlie next to him right here in lane 3, trying to keep pace. He went 37.7, but now he improved that on his third 50 to 37.0. Caleb went a 36.7, so he's still got a few tenths away. And he's got about a second lead. So when you're the guy leading, you're thinking, how do I get rid of this guy? And when you're the guy trying to hang on, you say, whatever it takes, I want to stay with this guy. You know? It's psychologically so much better to be with somebody, racing somebody, than to have somebody be leaving you. You know? There you go. Caleb 37.7, Charlie 37.5. 0.6 of a second separate him at the 200. Ethan about 4 seconds back. He threw down a 38.7.
And behind the starting box right now, here we go. Adriano and top number 1, Bruce Fire. Lucas Petty for the partners, 2 all.
And at the halfway mark, 3:02.8, 3:03.6, and less than a second. Caleb 37.6, Charlie 37.9 on that most recent 50-yard split.
Anthony Waller, top number 5 for Roosters Capital. Top number 6, Pittsburgh from Brody Hamilton. And top number 7 is Ivan Cole.
At the 300, Clark 37.6, Lohan 37.7. Almost a full second between the two. And Kellum starting to pull away a little bit. He throws 37.5 in there. 38.3 is what Charlie put down. 38.9 is Ethan's latest. 5 lengths to go for the leaders. And you know what that bell sound means. Caleb Clark, Charlie Lohan are on their last 50. Caleb threw down to 36.5, heading into it. 37.8 for Charlie, 38.6 for Ethan. They're all in that magic moment where it's like, thank God this is my last 50 yards. I got to sprint. And they're doing it well. Look at the kid. Both these young guys, all 3 of them, doing a stellar job. Going to improve their times. 6:07.83 for Caleb. 6:08.52 for Charlie. Dropping their times considerably, as does Ethan. All 3 best times. Heat number 2 on the blocks. Good start. The boys are in, ready to race, and racing. 20 times up and back. 10. 10 by 50. 20 by 1. Adriano, Moons Aquatic, is in lane 1. Lane number 2, Luca Stanko from Long Island. Rockville, Montgomery has Jordan Hernandez Fuentes. In the white cap in lane 3. Turning even with him at the 50, that's Mason Rybaski. He's from St. Charles Swim Team. And he comes in here with the fastest time seed in this heat of 6:01.98. From Nation's Capital in lane 5, Anthony Y. Hinsdale has Brody Hamilton in 6. Ivan Velicordani is in lane 7 for Long Island Aquatic. And Edina Swim Club has Logan Eisenbraun at the top of your screen in lane 8. Race is in the middle of the pool. 106.85 is what Mason turns at the 100. He has a 35.7 to his credit there on the second 50. 35.9 is what Anthony did right next to him. In lane 5, just the other side. And it's pretty close. Nation's Capital. Anthony wearing a dark cap. Mason. St. Charles wearing their dark cap. The two boys in the white caps down a little closer to your screen. Luca Stanko from Long Island Aquatic Club. He's in 2. And Jordan Hernandez Fuentes is in lane 3. Luca trying to get into this race with Mason and Anthony. Mason goes 36.5, Anthony 36.3, Luca 36.6.
And getting ready to start the box. It is the third and deciding heat of the Germans 500. And partner one is
now the boys getting ready to turn at length number 10, halfway through. They've done 250 yards. Mason with a slight lead over Anthony. And Luca within striking distance on that 50. Mason went 36.7. Anthony 36.6. Luca 36.4. Tightening it up just a little bit. We talked about trying to get that second half of your race faster than the first. I feel pretty confident that's what Luca has been coached to do in lane 2. And I would not be surprised both Mason and Anthony are trying to do the same. Those 50 splits here, Mason 36.8. Anthony 36.9, Luca 37.3. Easier said than done. These guys are getting after it. As I said, their best times hovering just over 6 minutes. 6:01 for Mason, 6:04 for Anthony, Luca 6:07. 37.1 Mason, 36.8 Anthony. Made up 0.3 there. 37.1 Luca. Over in lane number 7, 37.8 for Ivan, another Long Island swimmer. 36.9 is what Logan just threw down in lane 8. So he's trying to make a move too. But these boys in the center are getting even closer. Only 0.3 separating them. You see there, Mason had a 37.0 to Anthony's 36.9. 37.3 is Luca. See that number 17, that means 3 lengths left to go. We'll hear the bells when they get back to the starting end. It's cool how they swim through the sunlight. They got the roof cracked here at the big house. The Rosen Aquatic and Fitness Center seeing heat number 2. Very tight there. Look at the difference. 3/100ths of a second. So who's got it? Anthony went to 36.5 to Mason's 36.8. Luca went to 36.3, but it's a little late to catch those two. And Anthony really putting the hammer down for Nation's Capital. Had a little left in the tank. His last 50 is going to be as fast as since his first. And 5:58.15. He comes home in a 33.3. Mason gets it under as well. 5:59.95. And a 6:01.8 for Luca. All nice time drops for the boys in heat number 2. We'll get all the times for you up there in just a moment as they all come in. Boys congratulating each other. There you go. 2 heats in the books. The last and deciding heat is on the blocks. You can read their names right there. These guys will determine who goes home with the gold medal. In lane number 1, Luke Meehan, Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 2, coming down from Minnesota, Rochester Swim Club, Reich Joyner. A much shorter drive for our own Joaquin Gomez Liendo, St. Andrews Aquatics in the beautiful city of Boca Raton, Florida. Top qualifier before the meet started, Queens Aquatic Club gave us Luke Moran with a 5:42.37. He is a full 10 seconds faster than anyone else in the field, and that anyone would be 9-year-old Grant Brown, who's at a 5:52 from Madison, Wisconsin. Lane 5. Lane 6 is Kingston Lee, Long Island Aquatic Club. His teammate, Yang Yi Liu, is in lane 7. And Daniel Skerback out of Lifetime, Illinois, is in lane number 8. And Luke Moran showing why he has the fastest entry time. Takes the early lead. He's 1:04.2. Going 33.5. Grant in lane 5 went a 33.9. Joaquin in lane 3, 34.3. Lane 6 and 7, the Long Island swimmers, Kingston and Yang Yi, they're 33.9 and 34.4. 30. Fastest is still going to be Luke. He's 35.2. I take that back. Grant Brown just did a 35.1. Kingston 35. So they're right there with him, not letting Luke get away. Joaquin's 34.7 on that last 50. Luke trying to make some moves here. Goes 34.0. 34.7 for Grant and Kingston. And Joaquin goes up to a 36.2, falling off the pace. 35.7 for Yang Yi out in lane 7. Luke Moran. Queens Aquatic to halfway mark. He's got a 35.1. You see his time, 2:48, almost a 2-second lead now. This is where a lot of these swimmers start to come through. Now the 300 mark. Luke Moran throws a 35.2 in. Grant Brown 35.4. Kingston Lee 35.0. Yang Li Lu 36.3. Wright Joyner in lane 2 now trying to make a little bit of a move. He throws down a 36-1. But the guys that are in the front running are led by Luke Moran. Queens Aquatics is 34-4. He's got 6 lengths left. And he's going to be, let's see. We said the meet record in this event was William Demokus Murphy's 5:30.586. I don't know if Will's watching. I know he's been swimming all morning. He's having a big meet as a 14-year-old. 4:33.54 with 100 to go. Tells me, Will, that your record's in pretty good shape this year. Luke Moran doing a great job, though. 35-2, 35-3 for Grant Brown and Kingston Lee. So they're all on a good pace to drop time. Kingston Lee now over in 6, really trying to make one last big run. Kingston goes 34-4 to Luke's 35-0, so he got 0.6 closer. But Luke just may have built up enough of a lead. Still has it in this last length. Luke Moran going to grab the gold for Queens Aquatic Club and the title for 2023. Silver to Kingston Lee. 5:42.1, 5:43.2. Grant Brown with the third, 5:46. All dropping times. Nice swimming, boys. Fourth place goes to Wright Joyner, 5:54. Fifth, Yankee Blue. Wright came home in a 33.5. Wow. Very nice swim. Okay, that'll do it for the 500. Our next event, the girls standing behind the blocks. You can see it, the women's 100 butterfly. Start list, lanes 2 through 6. Abigail Ferguson, Stingray Swim Team out of Virginia. Harper Rutherford, Cavaliers. Riley Wagers, Sioux Falls Swim Team. Slate Koss, Long Island Aquatic Club. And Clara Young, Rockville, Montgomery. Lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Getting ready to go.
And here we go, the ladies, the top 8 in the 500 freestyle. In 8th place, Abby Lanier of Arlington Aquatic Club. 7th place goes to Lillian Karate of Long Island Aquatics. Caroline McConnell in 6th place for Rockville, Montgomery. Giselle Quash in 5th place, Rockville. Olive Dunn takes 4th place for the nation's capital.
On St. Andrews Aquatics, Wendy LaPietra. The silver goes to Long Island Aquatics, Leah O'Connell. And the gold, a new meet record, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Charlotte Brunning. Posted in with a 5:31.80 to take the meet record. And congratulations, ladies. There's a camera up there by the speakers. You can wave to all the folks at home. Let them know you're here and having a great time. Presenting the gentlemen now for the 500 freestyle. In 8th place, Mason Rabaski of St. Charles. 7th place goes to Anthony White of Nation's Capital. In 6th place, Joaquin Gomez Liendo of St. Andrews. In 5th place, Yanji Liu of Long Island. 4th place is Wright Joyner of Rochester Swim Club. The bronze going to Madison Aquatics, Grant Brown. The silver to Long Island Aquatics, Kingston Lee. And the gold to QNS Aquatics, Luke Morin. 5:42.13, the time he posted to take the win. I love it, Luke. Saying hello to all the folks at home. And thank you, gentlemen. Getting ready at the starting blocks right now, the ladies 10 and under for the
100 butterfly. Abigail Ferguson at block number 2. Piper Rutherford at block 3. Riley Wages at block number 4. Slate Toss at block number 5. And Chloe Young at block 6. Butterfly, heat 1.
And we're back. As we announced, the first 5 girls of Heat 1 doing the girls 10 and under 100-yard butterfly. The record in this event, 102.33, Lavinia Sim, TNT. We saw her still rocking it last week at our junior national meet. Lavinia went 102 in 2017 here in the age group edition of the NCSA meet, championship meets we hold every year here in Orlando, Florida. 34-21 for the first 50 for Riley in lane 4. 4 lengths of the pool. Butterfly, pretty challenging for anybody. These 10 and unders getting it done well. At the touch, it is Riley Wagers. 1:15.94. She came all the way down from Sioux Falls, South Dakota for this. And I hope her trip's been worth it, because that's a nice swim for her. Heat number 2, Elena Lumens Ozaki is in 1. Her teammate Sophia Hogan, the orange caps, you see him in 1 and 2. Palatine swim team has Hannah Cho in lane 3. Mallory Queen from CCA Marlins in Virginia is in lane number 4. SSAC has Parker Schatz in 5. Elizabeth Chan out of Rockville in 6. Paula O'Brien, she's in 7 for Northwest Arkansas. And Julia Melanson from Charles River Aquatics. Top of the screen out there in lane number 8. But your leader in lane 6 is Elizabeth Chan, the Rockville swimmer, turning at 32.76. Got a nice little lead on this field. I did say the record was 102.33. We've got 5 heats of young ladies going after that today. Day 3 of what we affectionately call the world's greatest age group swim meet. And it's Elena down here in 1, making a big run. Almost gets Elizabeth. 1:10.38 for Elizabeth, 1:10.53 for Elena Lumens. And that's it. There you read it out. Heat number 2. Heat 3 is up next. Tanya Sprids from Rise Aquatic Club. Annie Hu from Rockville, Montgomery. Addison Maynard from Cavalier. Sydney Chang, Rockville, Montgomery, lane 4. 5 is Elsie Landon, Iowa Flyers. 6 is Sloan Nguyen out of Machine Aquatics. And a pair of 8-year-olds doing this 100 fly. Hannah Garassi from Pinecrest is in lane 6. And Annabelle Hayes, SSAC, out in lane 7 and 8. Annabelle's in 8, Hannah's in 7, and they turn pretty well. Hannah's a 35.15, 34.9 for Sydney and Elsie, and 34 flat for Addison. Addison in lane 3. Very close in the middle of the pool, though. Lane number 3 is Addison. Lane number 4 is Sydney. And Addison gets it. 1:13.70. All the girls in. Here come their times. 2 heats remaining. Heat number 4 on the blocks. And Annabelle Roby, Rockville, Montgomery in lane 2. Caroline McConnell off of that fine 500. She just swam in lane number 2. They're both out of Rockville. Lake Country has Grayson Schindhelm, lane 3. Bravo Swim Team, Florida Gulf Coast. It's Arena Nedialkov. She's in 4. Joy Liang's in 5. Swimming for Rockville, Nation's Capital has Ellie Brenner in 6. Mia Bayan for Hinsdale in 7. And CCA Marlins has Isabel Cadella. Top of the screen, lane 8. And wow, look at lane 7, Mia, the 9-year-old from Hinsdale. I'm sorry, that's lane 6. That's Ellie Brenner, Nation's Capital. Got the blue cap on today. Ellie goes 1:06.24. Wow. That's fine. The rest of the girls coming in will get all their times with 1 heat to go. That's setting it up there. That one's going to win a medal. It's just how many girls will she beat in the next heat? It's the only question. This is the final heat. Lane number 1 is Morgan Wu out of Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 2, Olivia Holt Nova of Virginia. Giselle Quach from Rockville in 3. Your top seed in lane 4, our very own Wendy LaPietra, St. Andrews Academy. Right next to her, Machine Aquatics' Kennedy Maston. Kennedy's been having a fine meet so far for Machine. Patriot Aquatic Club has Katie Wang in lane 6. Mia Rizhikoff from Long Island Aquatic in 7. And lane 8, Jillian Schoner, Madison Aquatic Club. It is Kennedy with a slight lead, 30.5 to 30.9 for Wendy at the halfway mark. A lot will depend on this turn. Kennedy gets there first. Good underwaters. Wendy comes off with good transition, but does she have enough to go by Kennedy? Kennedy's up strong, has a half a stroke at the touch. It is Kennedy. 1:04.98 to 1:05.08. Both girls doing their best times. What a good race. Very nice. All the way through, some great swims there. All right. So we go to the boys' edition of this event. Heat number 1 out of 6. Logan Eisenbraun from Edina in lane 2. Brandon Pino, Rockville in 3. Hunter Wessel, New Trier is in 4. Woodson Y Northern Swimmers has J.J. Springer in lane 5. And Mahmoud Ilag, Rockville Montgomery, lane number 6. The meet record in this event set in 2017. Rockville Montgomery's Adriano Ariati win a 102.73.
At block number 1, Sam Herring at block number 2. It's Hayes at block 3. Block 4 is the Vino Muscati. Matt McMillan at block number 5. Bill Wall at block number 6. Curry Hartman at 7. And Stephen Prescott at block 8.
Center of the pool. Swimming for New Trier, Hunter Wessel touching first with a 1:15.44. Drops his time a couple of seconds. All the boys in. Heat number 2. Ryan Medizadeh from Nation's Capital in lane 1. Sam Ahern, Rockville in 2. Maverick has Jack Hay. He's in 3. Adino Misani, swimming unattached out of Wisconsin, is in lane 4. Matt McMillan, St. Charles, up in Illinois. He's in 5. Will Wallen, Nova of Virginia, in 6. Charlie Hartman, Arlington Area Aquatic Club here. Let's see, Arlington Aquatic Club in lane 7. And Sutton Jascott, Cavalier, in 8. Very close. You got Sutton out there. Charlie in lane 7. Charlie Hartman, 33.6. 34.3 was Adino in lane 4. So Charlie with a slight lead, still at the 75. It's nice to sneak one in from the outside. Lane 7, swimming for Arlington, Charlie Hartman, 1:11.60. 4-second drop. Nice, good job, Charlie. Heat 3 is on the blocks. Colin Gensler, Maverick, in 1. Xander Tan, Nova, in 2. Arlington Aquatic Club's Will Coleman in lane 3. Lane 4, Thies Sinclair. He's from Long Island Express. Nova of Virginia has Noah Wolf. He's in lane 5. Cool Swim Team gives us Nathan Lemire. In 6, 7 is Carter Bonham. He's out of Nova, and Long Island Aquatic Club has Andrew Torba in lane 8. Center of the pool, Sinclair looking very strong. T-H-I-J-S. Thies, you just don't pronounce the J? I have to ask Mr. Sinclair, but very nice swim, 1:11.08. Takes the heat for Long Island Express. And that moves us to heat number 4, 3 heats remaining. Vian Ramnith 92Y Flying Dolphins. He's in lane number 1. Luke Meehan, Long Island Aquatic Club, in 2. His teammate, Luke Estanco, is in 3. Brian Sanjaya, Rockville, Montgomery, in 4. St. Andrews, Joaquin Gomez Liendo, back from his 500, is in lane 5. Will Burns, Nova of Virginia, is in lane 6. Colin Lee, Moons Aquatic Club, in 7. And Hinsdale has George Beatty out in lane number 8. We were hoping to see George down in Boca. Looks like he's not going to make that St. Andrews connection, sadly for us. George doing a nice job on the outside, but your leader in the center of the pool, Brian Sanjaya, Rockville, Montgomery. Next to him, Joaquin, trying to make a move on this third length. Joaquin swims for the great Dan Asensio, moved down from Central Jersey, I guess the Freehold area. Joaquin doing his best for his coach. But it is Brian hanging on. Look at lane 1, coming on strong. Vion is going to sneak this one with a 1:10.30. Ramnath. He goes Flying Dolphins, and he flew by them all in that last length. Good job, boys. Good racing. 1:11.2 for Joaquin. Dropping his time after that tough 500. That's a good thing. These kids are resilient. They'll come back and give you their best. And that's part of the growth. As we look at heat number 5 out of 6 heats today, Daniel Serback is in 1 for Lifetime. Patrick Sheeran, Cavalier, in 2. Madison Aquatic Club has Grant Brown back in 3. Isaac Fowler, Lake Erie Silver Dolphins, in 4. With a big lead, Jaden Jihada, Swim United, the halfway mark. He's 30.41. Beckett Sloma Academy Bullets in 6. Will Arcaris, Nova, in 7. And Lincoln Anderlich is in lane 8 for Maverick. Jaden, though, with a big lead here in lane 5. Trying to come back on him in lane 4 is Isaac Fowler in the silver cap for the Silver Dolphins. Isaac with a strong finish. Might be able to get him. Yep, Jaden was out so hard. We'll see at the touch. It is definitely Isaac Fowler with a great finish. Jerry Holtree would be proud. 1:07.81 for the silver capped Silver Dolphin at the finish. Nice drop in time, and he's fastest swimmer going into the final heat. Good chance of getting up and getting a medal with that one. Isaac, last heat to swim, Brody Michaels in lane 1, SSAC. Long Island Aquatic Club, Kingston Lee in lane 2. Colton Horner, Machine Aquatics, in 3. Queens Aquatic Club has Luke Moran in lane 4. Trent Abbott, Nova, Virginia, lane 5. Smack, that is the Smoky Mountain Aquatic Club, has Ian Wilkinson in 6. 7 is Raleigh Harrington, Nova, and 8 is Rise Aquatic Club, Wally Consua. But sneaking out here in lane 1, that's Michael Brody. He's out first with a 30.4. Raleigh in 7's 30.7, and Trent in 5's 30.6. As Isaac just showed us in the last heat, it's a 4-length race. And it's not over till it's over. Slight lead now for Brody down the bottom of your screen in lane 1. But all the way across, you got Raleigh in 7, but you got Luke and Trent in the middle of the pool. But it's going to be, yep, Brody Michaels, 1:04.67. So the record will hold for Ariotti another year, but Brody Michaels grabs that gold. That's right. So Fowler right there. see the results as we move on to the girls. 50 backstroke is up next. 10 and under girls, we have 8 heats today of the 50 backstroke. Record in this event, Piper McNeil from Oklahoma. She went 28.63 back in the day.
Backstroke, Hannah Garcia at block number 2. Amelia Alcina at block number 3. Libby Place at block number 4. Ellie Pop at block 5. And Clara Young at block number 6.
And we're back. 2 lengths of the pool. This is that 50 backstroke. We talked about Piper's record, 28.63. First heat of girls, Hannah Garasi, Pinecrest in 2, Amelia Alcina, Rockville in 3. Libby Clace, Nova in 4. Stingrays has Ellie Comp in 5, and Clara Young, Rockville, Montgomery in lane 6. 8 heats, 50-yard backstroke. Very close at the finish. It might be the youngest. Yes, Hannah Garasi from Pinecrest Swimming, 36-36. Youngest and maybe smallest out of that group. 8 years old. Very nice swim, Hannah. Heat number 2. Addie Campbell in lane 1 for Hinsdale. I Fly has Elsie Landon in 2. Sloan Gwynn, Machine Aquatics in 3. end cap's got Reese Myers in lane 4. Lane 5, Eleanor Spring out of St. Charles. CCA Marlins has Mallory Queen. Paula O'Brien, Northwest Arkansas Aquatics, and Ina Kang, Moons Aquatic. Very strong right there in the center. That's Reese Myers, Nation's Capital. She touches first, 33-32. Very nice. And the girls for Heat 3 now in the water. Kylie Fong, Hinsdale in 1, a pair of Ozakis. Haley Herman in 2, and Avery Bradley in 3. Woodson Y Northern swimmer is Evan Kane in lane 4. Samantha Bravery, Machine Aquatics in 5. Elena Santos in 6 for Rockville. Lake Country's Grayson Schindhelm is in 7, and Emery Betzworth, the Cavalier, is swimming out in lane number 10. Strong swim for Ozaki, lane 3. That's Avery Brady. And thanks for that new backstroke underwater rule. Avery finishes first with a 34.14. Yeah, they recently rescinded the ridiculous "you can't be underwater when you touch" rule. And that only ruined how many people over how many years. Heat number 4. Abigail Ferguson is in lane 1, swimming for the Stingrays out of Virginia. York Swim Club's Emma Maher is in 2. Grace Harder for St. Charles in 3. Abby Manier is back for Arlington in 4. Katie Wang, Patriot in 5. Sioux Falls has Riley Wagers in 6. York Swim Club Vivian Passos Adrovic in 7, and Yara Cibulina is in lane 8. But it's lane number 4 looking very strong. Abby Manier, yes indeed, she gets it 32.45. Some Sea Tiger pride there for Abby. You like that. Heat 5 is up next. Julia Carrick, Rockville, Montgomery, 3 in a row. Lane 2, Elizabeth Chan, and lane 3, Sarah Young. Till Bravo Swim Teams breaks the streak by putting Arena Nedialco in lane number 4. Lane 5 is Isabel Cadella, CCA Marlins. 6 is Caroline McConnell, Rockville. Charles River Aquatics has Julia Mellinson in 7, and Lauren Smith, SSTY, lane number 8. Out in the outside, Lauren Smith sneaks this one, 33.08. Sarah Young gets the second, 33.2. There's everybody's time. 5 heats done. Heat number 6, Annabelle Hayes, SSAC in lane 1. She's only 8. Addison Maynard, she is a Cavalier in 2. St. Charles Swim Team's Carmela Devine in 3. Set him back down. Something's not quite right. Lane 4 is Charlotte Brunning, Nova. Lane 5, Andy Young, Rockville. Tanya Sprids is in lane 6 for Rise. SSTY has Peyton Pascal in 7, and Point Aquatics, Shar Bond in lane 8. Red cap right in the center of the pool there. Lane 4, Charlotte Brunning continues her winning ways, taking this heat with a 32.36. Peyton Pascal second with a 32.81. Nice racing, girls. 2 heats remain. Morgan Wu is going to be in lane 1 of heat 7. Long Island. Then we've got Piranha Aquatics, Kenzie Ronyak in 2. Ella Muller, Machine Aquatics in 3. Charlotte Cadella, CCA Marlins in lane 4. Grace Turnbull, Tiger Sharks is in 5. Leon Karate, Long Island Aquatic Club in 6. Mia Bayan, Hinsdale in 7. And Cavalier has Anna Nolde in lane number 8. Grace Turnbull, 32.08, takes the heat. Got 1 heat remaining. Leah O'Connell, Long Island Aquatic Club, will be in lane number 1. Ellie Brenner, NCAP in 2. SSAC's Caitlin Morai in 3. Machine Aquatics has Kennedy Maston in lane 4 as the top seed. Only girl under 30. She's been 29-2 in this event. She's just winning everything here. Olive Dunn, NCAP in lane 5. Rockville has Giselle Quach in 6. Jillian Schoner, Madison in 7. And Allie Barron, Maverick in 8. Little question. Kennedy gets out strong. Olive Dunn says, wait, I got a question. Let me get there. I think I can do something special here. And what about lane 2, Ellie Brenner? But Kennedy does it again. 29.88. Whatever it takes to get the gold. She's literally a machine. And the coaches should be proud. Moving to the boys, 50 backstroke. Everyone in this heat, of course, in this meet session. It's our 10 and under session. So we've got 9 heats of this 50 backstroke before we finish up with the relays. Heat number 1 is Jaden Giada, Swim United. 2 is Sam Ahern, Rockville, Montgomery. Logan Eisenbraun from Edina is in lane 4. Reed Shields, Maverick, in lane 5. And Richard Corbacero, he's in lane 6 for Queens Aquatic Club. Record set in 2019, Luke Vatev, Hornet age group. He won a 29.38. Taking the first heat, Jaden 33.36. Giada, very nice swim down here in lane 2. Heat 2, Maverick Swim Club has Jack Hake, James Levin from Charlottesville, the Cavaliers in 2. Jackson Chan, Rise in 3. Hank Harrington from Nova in 4. Rockville has Brandon Pino. He's in 5. Will Wallen, Nova, in 6. Matt McMillan, he's in 7 for St. Charles. And Mark Maley, Rochester, lane 8. Very close in this heat. All the boys entered as bonus events. 36.2 to 39.1 entry times. Very tight, but at the finish, it looks like Hank does get it, 35-6-2. Heat 3 now, stepping into the pool, getting their wedges ready here. They're in there, getting their hands set. Lane 1, Noah Ned, Rockville. Maverick has Lincoln Odrulik in 2. Ryan Medzizadeh. Ryan is in lane 3 for NCAT. Nathan Lemire from Cool Swim Team. Arlington Aquatic Club's Charlie Hartman in 5. Will Burns out of Nova in 6. His teammate Noah Wolf in 7, and Hunter Wessel, New Trier, in lane number 8. Coming into the finish. Yep, it is Charlie Hartman, heat winner again, 34-1-8. Heat number 4 is up next. Charlie Reynolds from Ozalki in 1. Ilya Korlev Machine in 2. Lifetime has Max Marshall in 3. Swimming unattached out of Wisconsin, Adino Mazzani in 4. Munu Jinzorig in 5. Swimming for life. Colin Gensler, Maverick in 6. Rockville's Jason Zhu in 7. And Owen Bu, St. Charles, is in lane 8. Pretty close, good swim for Charlie in lane 1, but look over there, his teammate. Well, not yet, he's still unattached, OZ. It's going to be, yep, it is Munu Adino, swimming unattached. Adino touching first, you see the times, 33.83, Charlie right behind him. Heat 5 up next. Brody Hamilton in lane 1 for Hinsdale. Vian Ramnath just back from his big victory, 92 Flying Dolphins. Miles Ledford, Arlington Aquatic in 3. Owen Chuang, swimming for Rockville, is in the center of the pool, lane 4. Dexter Britton, Nation's Capital in 5. Nova has Xander Tan in 6. Sutton Jascott and Patrick Sheeran in 7 and 8, swimming for the Cavaliers. Pretty close one up there, looking at lanes 5 and 6, 6 and 5. It is Dexter Britton in 5, 33.01, just ahead of Xander. There's the times. And we got 4 heats remaining. Heat number 6 is Declan Welch in 1 for BASC. Machine has Henry Edwards in 2. Wright Joyner, Rochester in 3. SSAC, Charlie Lowen, he's in 4. Long Island Aquatic Club's Yang Yi Liu in 5. Rockville Montgomery has Jordan Hernandez Fuentes. Adriano, he's from Moons, he's in 7. And St. Andrews, Joaquin Gomez Liendo, top of your screen in lane 8. Go get him, Joaquin. 9 heats today. Number 6, and it looks like Jordan, very nice swim out in lane 6. Hernandez Fuentes, 32.88. Very nice, boys. All right. Up next, heat number 7. Watson Mundy from Nova in 1. His teammate Walker Spain is in 2. Long Island Aquatic Club has Kingston Lee in 3. Lake Erie Silver Dolphins, Isaac Fowler is back in lane 4. Trent Abbott, Nova of Virginia. He's in lane 5. Mason Rabaski in lane 6. Luca Minutella in 7 for the Cavaliers. And NCAP's got Anthony Y in lane number 8. There you see them all. Minor delay. Seems like we're over it. And get this heat underway. Heat number 7. There are 9 heats in this last individual event of the session. And they're off. So 2 more heats of 50 back, 4 heats of the 200 freestyle relay. And we'll take another break till 5 p.m. when we do our finals for the 12s and 14s. Strong swim for Nova's Trent Abbott in lane number 6. He gets 32.11 to take this heat. And with 2 heats remaining, that's the fastest time we've seen. Heat 8, Thies Sinclair, Long Island Express. Will Turner, Blazing Barracudas, is in lane 2. Long Island Aquatic Club, Lucas Stanko in lane 3. Brian Sanjaya in lane 4 for Rockville. SSAC, Lucas Chung in lane 5. Rockville has Nicholas Nishnians in 6. Luke Meehan, Long Island in 7. And Smoky Mountain, Ian Wilkinson, lane 8. Outside smoker from Smack, Ian Wilkinson, 32.46. North Carolina kid gets it done from the outside. And now we move to Heat 9. Heat 9. Michael Ducock in lane number 1. 2 is Brody Michaels. Michaels from GSC. And SSAC's Michael. Luke Moran, Queens Aquatic Club. Machine has the fastest seated swimmer. Colton Horner in lane 4. Raleigh Harrington out of Nova in 5. Rise has Wally Consor in 6. Beckett Sloma Academy Bullets in 7. And Justin Lewis from Long Island Aquatic, lane 8. Lane 5, that's Raleigh Harrington from Nova, looking very strong. And at the touch, Raleigh takes it with a 29.83. Just off Luke Vatev's record, so not quite a record, but he does get under that 30 mark. And he gets the gold medal. You gotta like that. All right. Nice results there. We'll take a break to do the awards of this event and then come back with 4 heats of relays.
From there, I don't know, but gentlemen, head over to the award staging area, getting ready to present awards for the 50-yard backstroke. Bronx Academy Bullets, Beckett Sloma. The silver goes to Machine Aquatics, Colton Horner. And the gold to Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Raleigh Harrington, posting in with an official time, 29.83. And congratulations, gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the crowd behind the starting blocks there? It's relay time. I love it.
And we are back with the 200 freestyle relay. Event 75 and 76, the girls race. We have two heats. The record stands from 2019 when Rockville Montgomery's team of Beltran, Henry, Carswell, and Chen turned in a 154.15. Swimming in heat number 1, lane 1 is the CCA Marlins. And I believe I've got some names here. I do. Leading off, Isabella Cadella for the Marlins. Isabel Cadella in 1. Bella in for the Moons Aquatic Club in lane 2 will lead off. Going first for St. Charles in 3, that's Grace Harder. Lane 4, Sydney Chang gets it underway for Rockville's B team. Cavalier has Emery Betzworth going first in lane 5. 6 is Addie Campbell for Hinsdale. 7 is Emma Maher for York. Every girl goes a 50. Going second from 1 through 8, Abby Lopez, Ina Kang, Reese May Cruz. 29.78 is the first split there for Rockville, Sydney Chang. In the water, lane 4, Elizabeth Chan, then Addison Maynard, Kaylee Fong, and Vivian Pasos Androvic. These girls are handing off to the third swimmer out of their quartet. 1 through 8's Mallory Queen, Claire Park, Eleanor Spring, Amelia Alciner, Vivi Hitt, Frankie Gleason, and Summer Springer. 29.89 was what Elizabeth Chan went for Rockville. Addison was a 30.1, Reese was a 30.5. Reese May. Third girls finishing up. The anchor legs are going to be 1 through 8. Charlotte Cadella, Kaylee Gibson, Carmela Devine, Joy Liang, Anna Nolde, Mia Bayan, and Sedona Springer. Lane number 4 with the lead is still Rockville. They had a 30.19 on that split. And as we said, that was Amelia Alciner. She handed it off to Joy Liang, who's trying to hold off a strong charge from Anna Knoll to Cavaliers, and she does just that. Rockville's 2:00.44. Good time for the youngsters. Going into our second and final heat. Elena Leduska will lead it off for Mavericks in 1. Ozalki's going with Sophia Hogan in 2. Rockville Montgomery's A team features Andy Young in the leadoff role. Olive Dunn will get it going for Nation's Capital in lane 4. Kennedy Maston, you saw that spring off the start. She's been winning. She's leading off the machine relay in 5. Charlotte running for Nova in 6. Long Island has Leah O'Connell in 7, and Mimi Hayes in lane 8 for Stanford Sailfish. Kennedy and Andy, Kennedy and Olive, and Kennedy a slight lead, 27-1, 27-2 for Olive. In the water now, second swimmers are Allie Baran, Haley Herman, Caroline McConnell, Reese Myers, Samantha Bravery, Kate Ahrensberger, Morgan Wu, and Annabelle Hayes. going third, standing on the blocks right now. It's still a great race between Nation's Capital and Machine in 4 and 5. Girls going third include Ella Hansen, Avery Bradley, Sarah Young, Keely Franks, Sloan Nguyen, Olivia Holt, Audrey Simons, and McKenna Kelsey. Now you're seeing that Keely Franks pulling away a little bit. We had a 29-1-8. It was a great split out of Reese Myers going second. The anchor swimmers are going to include Coco Pearson, Elena Lumens, Giselle Quach, Ellie Brenner going in right now for NCAP, Ella Mueller right behind her for Machine, Yaris Bulina in 6, Lillian Karate in 7, and Caitlin Marai over in lane 8. But the race is in the center of the pool. We said the record was 154.15 Rockville. You're looking at Nation's Capital. Ellie Brenner bringing it home, trying to get under that. She does. 152.91, a new meet record for Olive Dunn, Reese Myers, Keely Franks, and Ellie Brenner. Great job, girls. Your name now goes in the record books, and people will look at you as their target next year when they come to this event at the greatest age group swimming meet in the entire world. All right, one event left, 2 heats to go. The boys' 200 freestyle relay record was set in 2017, Rockville, Montgomery. Ariadne, McCormick, Frank, and Copestick went a 151.08. Boys here in the first heat, Nova of Virginia, lane 3. That's Will Arcaris. He's going to go first for them. Reed Shields is leading off Maverick Swim Club. Lifetime, Illinois is Munu Chinzori, lane 5. And Mason Rabaski is doing the honors in lane 6 for St. Charles. The B team for Nova down here is going with Watson Mundy in the red cap, diving in lane number 3. First over there, though, that was Mason, had the fastest split out of that first group, 30.81. Watson Mundy in lane 3, then Jack Hake, Henry Holland, and Owen Plusqua are the boys now racing for their teams on the second leg. Standing on the blocks, getting ready to dive in, 3 to 6 is Hank Harrington, Colin Gensler, Max Marshall, and Matt McMillan. And McMillan's going to get a slight lead. 31.36 is what Owen Plusqua turned in, but Henry Holland beat that with a 30.64. Fastest of the guys who went second. So you got Lifetime in 5, St. Charles in 6. And those are the teams kind of fighting out, but maybe over here in 3, the B team from Nova. And the guys diving in who are going to be anchoring these relays. First in, lane number, that's Daniel Serback for Lifetime, Illinois. He's in lane 5. Top of screen, lane 6, Owen Boo. Down here in the red cap, that's Noah Wolf in lane 3, giving chase. And next to him, Lincoln Adlik, swimming for Maverick. But this is a tight race between Lifetime Illinois and St. Charles, but it looks like Daniel's got all it takes. He splits a 29.44 to go with 2:02.53 on their relay. 29.67 was Owen's split. Good job, boys. Good racing with 1 heat to go. You guys only have to beat 1 team to get the medals. Coming up here in heat number 2, Cavalier Aquatics Club will go with Luca Minutella leading off in lane 1. Lane 2, that's George Beatty for Hinsdale. Lane 3, Trent Abbott for Nova of Virginia. Lane 4, Rockville Montgomery, Jordan Hernandez Fuentes. Lane 5, Long Island Aquatics, Kingston Lee. 6 is Machine Aquatics, Colton Horner. 7, Owen Trong for Rockville Montgomery, and Colin Lee in lane 8 for Moons. 27-62 for Trent Abbott. Gets it going in lane 3. And he hands off to Raleigh Harrington, who's not going to give up much of that, I would guess. Patrick Sheeran in 1, Joseph Wadekis in 2. 4 through 8 in the water, Nicholas Nishandi, Justin Liu, Henry Edwards, Brandon Pino, and Jamie Nam. Diving in right now, Sutton Jascott in 1, Oscar Jovic 2, Walker Spain 3, Noah Ned 4, Ivan Veli Kuranji in 5, Michael Bagley 6, Jason Zhu in 7, and Brandon Kwan in lane 8. Those are the guys swimming the third leg in the water, and things are really tightening up as you look at lanes number 3 and 5. Lane 5 having a great split over there for Long Island. That's Yvonne. Yvonne turned in a 27.87. Fastest of anybody in that heat. Last guys in the water, James Levin, Brody Hamilton, Xander Tan, Brian Sanjaya, Luke Meehan, Ilya Korolev, Mahmoud Elog, and Adriano. Race in 3, 4, 5, but 3 is Nova. They're looking strong. He's going to hold on. It's Xander Tan touching. He goes at 28.39, 152.36 for the team to grab the gold. Nice swim. Just ahead of Long Island's 153.30. You see all the times there. And we are proud of our athletes and proud of our volunteers. The officials do an incredible job here. I have to give it up to Mike Greenwell, the amazing Mike Greenwell, who is our announcer, public address announcer, par excellence. He's going to take it from here, and I'll be back at 5 o'clock. We will see you then. Aloha.
And the ladies making their way over to the starting blocks in just a few moments. And here we go, ladies making their way over to lane number 8. That's Stanford Sailfish, Mimi Hayes, Annabelle Hayes, McKenna Kelsey, and Caitlin Morales. In 7th place, Maverick Swim Club, Elena Linduska, Allie Barron, Ella Hansen, and Coco Pearson. In 6th place, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Charlotte Bruning, Kate Ahrensberger, Olivia Holt, and Yara Sibolini. In 5th place, Ozaki Aquatics, Alina Loomis, Haley Herman, Avery Bradley, and Sophia Hogan. 4th place goes to Long Island Aquatics, Leah O'Connell, Morgan Wu, Audrey Simmons, and Simon, and Lelaine Karate. In 3rd, the bronze to Rockville Montgomery, Andy Young, Carolyn McConnell, Sarah Young, and Giselle Quach. The silver to Machine Aquatics, Kennedy Maston, Samantha Bravery, Sloan Nguyen, and Ella Mueller. And number 1 with a new meet record, Nation's Capital, Olive Dunn, Reese Myers, Keely Franks, and Ellie Brenner. And a big congratulations, ladies. And getting ready to present the gentlemen. In 8th place, it's going to be St. Charles Swim Team, making their way over to block number 8. And in 8th place, St. Charles, Mason Rabaski, Owen Plasqua, Matt McMillan, and Owen Bowe. In 7th place, Moons Aquatic, Colin Lee, Jamie Nam, Brandon Kwan, and Adrian Adriano. In 6th place, Cavalier Aquatics, Sutton Jascott, Patrick Sheeran, Luca Minutella, and James Levin. In 5th place, Lifetime Illinois, Manu Chensuri, Henry Holland, Max Marshall, and Daniel Serbak. In 4th place, Hinsdale, George Beatty, Joseph Whitticus, Oscar Jovic, and Brody Hamilton. The bronze, Rockville Montgomery, Jordan Hernandez Fuentes, Nicholas Nishnia Nitsi, Noah Ned, and Brian Sanjaya. In 2nd place, Long Island, Kingston Lee, Justin Liu, Ivan Vilkorodinyi, and Luke Meehan. Number 1, Nova of Virginia, Trent Abbott, Raleigh Harrington, Walker Spain, and Xander Tan. Posting in with a winning time 1:52.46. And congratulations, gentlemen.